Now I would introduce to you our presiding guest, Swetha Kochar, Chartered Accountant. By qualification, she was the All India 13th rank in CA final and 41st in CA Intermediary All India. She was at KPMG as an mergers and acquisitions due diligence advisor, and then went on to work with the world's largest management consultancy firm, McKinsey & Company in Mumbai. At McKinsey, she worked directly with the CEOs of the companies such as Mahindra Finance, SBI, Ashok Leyland, and advising them on their growth strategy and productivity improvements projects. At the age of 23, her performance at McKinsey landed her offers such as Air Asia's CEO office, Head of Strategy for the TVS Group, private equity firm Bain Capital, and so on. However, her passion to work with India's SME made her continue her consultancy journey with setting up PKC Management Consulting, which is called Prakash Kochar and Company. Today, PKC works with 1,500 clients in and outside India with a team of 100 professionals of CAs and MBAs. Their work is focused on three broad areas: tax advisory, audit, and CFO outsourcing and management consulting. PKC has been winning several awards over the years, including the Entrepreneur of the Year from the Entrepreneur.com, National Loan Licensing Award from HDFC Bank. She is also the author of a book, 20 Game-Changing Retail Strategies. Outside of this, Swetha is an active investor and committee member at the Chennai Angels, and she regularly writes on the finance topics for Indian dailies such as Economic Times, Times of India. She is also speaker at the forums such as Madras Chamber of Commerce, Retailers Association of India, etc. She has travelled to all 7 continents. Do you know which is the 7th continent? Where the least number of people have reached. Antarctica, right? So she's one such rare person who has visited the Antarctica also. She extensively reads Jain philosophy and works on empowering women to have the freedom of choice. She is happily married to Prashant Bothra, and to all of you surprise, she also has a 2-year-old daughter. Welcome once again, Swetha, to your alma mater. I welcome you all for this Student Council Investiture ceremony.
A very, very happy morning to each of you here. We've learned how to say happy morning from Mr. Vikas Surana himself. Happy morning, everyone. So congratulations to each of you first for learning democracy, for taking responsibility for electing your leaders, and congratulations to the outgoing council, and congratulations to Amrita Ambika and the entire new council. Wish you a wonderful year full of events under the able leadership of the college senior council. First, there are so many feelings because I am an alumnus of the school. The joy of coming back to your own college after, I don't even remember how many years, I think it must be more than 15 years now, is something else. So thank you, Mr. Vikas Surana, for making me a part of this day. Thank you, Dr. Aruna Devi, and thank you, the leadership team, for having us over. And welcome to Mrs. Jayashree Vummidi as well. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story today, right? Since we all remember stories, I'm going to tell you a little story of somebody that I know. So this is a girl just like all of you, born in the city of Chennai. When she was born, her parents were expecting a boy and this is several years ago, right? They were expecting a boy, but then they said it's okay. And then when they had another child, this young couple, when they had another child, you can imagine, were they hoping for a boy or a girl? What do you think? Boy, right? And what did they have? What do you think they had? A girl. And did they celebrate? No, absolutely. There was sorrow. People were weeping. There was a new child in the house and people were weeping. Because what happened? 2 girls. Who's going to take care of the parents? And so everybody. So what do you think happened? What will the grandparents of this young couple do? What do you think they will say? Have another child. Try for a boy. Have another child till you get a boy. But then this young couple, they had limited financial means. They were young, and they knew that they cannot afford to have another child. They will not do justice to have 3 children. And so they decided that we are going to have these 2 girls and make these 2 girls as good as any boy can be. And so they encouraged both the girls to play sports, to be a leader, to be part of, let's say, today's investiture ceremony. So that's how they brought up both the girls. And both the girls were determined that our parents are investing so much in us, and I am going to do the best and make my parents proud one day. How many of you have this feeling? I want to make my parents proud one day. Yes, double hands, right? All of us, you see how much your parents have done for us, how much our parents have done, and it's phenomenal that you have this feeling. So both these girls, they grew up with this feeling. I'm going to make my parents proud, they said. And so they went through school, they got elected as leaders like you, right? And then they went on to college, and one of the 2 girls, one of them decided to be an architect, and one of them decided to do chartered accountancy. And somebody had told this girl that hard work is the way to success. So this particular girl was determined that she's going to put in her all, right? Do 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep for many years at a stretch, put in every minute, and finally managed to get through CA and then got into the real world. Right? She went on to work at different places, and then, right, as she worked, and it worked, tremendous opportunities, and when she finally, there are several parts to this story. When she finally was at an age where she had to get married, there is when the bomb dropped, right? What do you do? How do you know that this girl thought, will I be allowed to work? Will I be allowed to prosper the way I was supposed to? And that is where the big question came. And when reality hit, she had to reverse. So this particular person used to be working in another city. She moved out to another city. She had colleagues like Isha Ambani, son of Mr. Mukesh Ambani, Jay Kotak, son of Uday Kotak, chairman of the Kotak Mahindra Bank. So you can see that the girl was doing well professionally. But when it came to her getting married, there were questions like, will I be allowed to work? Yeah, will my in-laws allow me to work? And so this girl decided that, okay, now I need to move back and I need to now adjust with the new family. And this person who used to work till 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 10 p.m., work all the time, now had a family. She was expected to come back at 5 p.m. She was expected to cook. There were relatives mocking her, saying, you can't cook this, you can't do that. you're a girl, you need to know your responsibilities. Till you don't cook us this lavish meal, we will not come to your house. How will you have a child? And so the fear started. And she decided she's not going to have a child, because then again she will not be able to have a career. The big dreams that she had dreamt, how will she have them? So she decided she's not going to have a child. But again, does it work like that? Can we, because there are other people who have a say on decisions like this, right? And then she decided that, okay, now this needs to be different. And so started her confidence, and so started her change, where she said, I am determined that I want to be the CEO of a global company. I want to be a very large business person. And started to communicate with her family and said, these are my desires. I want your support, right? And today, after all of these years, the story that I am narrating is something that's close to my heart. I can talk to you about my life, right? I can't tell you so closely about other people's life. And this story today happens to be, mine, where I can tell you where from a situation where I did not know that women could have it all. Today I want to leave you with the point to say that women can have it all. You can have a successful career, you can have a successful family, you can have your philosophical journey and everything that you desire. And there are, in my opinion, 5 important things that will get you there. One is hard work. How many of you know Elon Musk? So everybody talks about Elon Musk's fancy cars, but does anybody talk about Elon Musk's 16-hour days, 17-hour work days, no holidays? There is no shortcut to success but hard work. If you desire something so hard and put in your everything into it, there is nothing that will stop it from becoming a reality. And so the first mantra that I have learned through the journey is hard work. The second one, which is often overlooked, is the power of relationships. Have you heard of this book called Your Network is Your Net Worth? Your network is your net worth. So it's a book that I recommend you read. What it says is that your net worth will be the average of your friend's net worth. It means that what you can gain out of your network and out of your relationships will take you to a long way in your career. So for example, today if you're in this college, value every relationship. Value your relationship with your teachers, value your relationship with each other, because at some point these will be the ones that will help you. Go out to participate in every opportunity that is given to you. Get to know people, stay in touch with them. Does any of you have mentors? Does any of you have mentors? So what is a mentor, right? Mentor is someone who is willing to help you in your journey. Let's say if you are a student in 3rd year BCom, 2nd year BSc. What is your journey? You share that with your mentor. So you approach someone, right? It could be anyone you admire. It could be on LinkedIn. It could be somebody that is your teacher. It could be somebody that you meet in college, at home, in your family. Tell that person, could you please mentor me? Yeah? Will you show me what the outside world is like? Can you open up this opportunity for me? What I've seen with youngsters today is we are afraid to ask. We think, why will that person help me? But you'll be surprised to know that the more senior somebody is, the more they are willing to help you, because at some point that senior has been a college student, has gone through the struggles that you are going through. All you need is the courage to ask. So the second one is the power of relationships. Nothing is more valuable, and relationships are with family, right? Everybody is important in this journey. Your family is important, your college is important, your career is important. Maintain good relationships with everybody, but still tell them what your desire is and ask for help. Sign them up into your journey. Tell them this is your dream. I'd like 1, 2, 3 help from you. And when they see you so determined, when they see you work so hard, they will step in. Right? The third thing is clarity and confidence. So we've spoken of hard work, we've spoken of relationships. The third thing is clarity and confidence. First, you need to be clear about what you want to do. You may not know exactly which job you want, but you know that you want to work, you know that you want to do business, you know that you want to have a family. Be clear and have the confidence to communicate it to other people. And if you think, no, my family will not support me, start in small ways. Show them how much you desire. And every time they say, no, this is not possible, persevere, keep at it, and you'll see that one day things will work out to what you want it to work out. For that, first you need to be clear about what you want. That this is the kind of person I want to be. And for this, I will need these things. And to know all of that, you need to reach out to your mentors. You need to read books. There are a few books that have changed my life, and I will share them with you. How many of you know of a person called Sheryl Sandberg? How many of you know Facebook? I don't believe this. Everyone's hand is like this. Nobody's hand is like that. How many of you know Instagram? So Sheryl Sandberg is the COO of Meta. She's recently resigned, but for 15 years she was the COO of Facebook, Meta, Instagram, etc. She has a book called Lean In. It's called Lean In. It's meant for young women who are about to make big decisions in their career, and she talks about how you win family support to your desires, how you find the right career to yourself. I would urge that each of you read that book. It will give you a clarity on what you want, and will show you that there is nothing wrong in what you are asking for, and what is the right way, the most friendly way of getting what you desire. The third is clarity and confidence. And then another very important segment is choosing the right life partner. You would have heard of Indra Nui. You would have heard of Pepsi. So Indra Nui was the ex-CEO of PepsiCo. She has a beautiful story. She was a young woman like you in Madras Christian College, and then you should read her journey thereafter. She says that one of the most important, or probably the most important decision that a woman makes in her lifetime is the partner she chooses. Because they say for every successful man, there is a woman. But today, the quote has changed, or it should change. Behind every successful person, it doesn't matter, man or woman, there needs to be a successful support system. And that support system begins with your partner. And trust me, I can tell you from my own personal experience that one of the most important decisions you will ever make is the partner you choose to marry. And again, this may not be a decision that you are making, it may be somebody else making it for you, and that's okay. But it's your responsibility to share with your loved ones what it is that you desire. because everybody wants you to be happy. You need to be clear that I need 1, 2, 3 things. These are the non-negotiables in my life. In my life, this is important. It could be anything. It could be your religion. It could be your career. It could be, your mother's care. It could be anything. You need to be clear and you need to communicate what you want and make sure you have some of these things in the partner that you're going to choose. Right? There is no subject on this. You're never going to learn in any of this. You're never going to learn in economics and business studies how do you choose. Right? We all learn it from the movies. And sometimes the movies don't show us, the real picture. And which is why today, I think it is very important for each of us to think of what is my expectation from a partner and what is that partner's expectation from me and do they match? If your expectation is, I want to work in a bank, I want to become a bank manager, and that partner's expectation is, no, I want that person to sit at home and cook for me. Who's going to compromise? The man is going to compromise or the woman will compromise? Most of the time, who compromises? Woman. Is it right? Absolutely not. But does it happen? Yes, it happens. Which is why there is a need to be clear, and there are ways to do this, right? There may be difficulties in the journey, but I have seen the toughest of circumstances. If women are clear about what they want, they get to it eventually. And the last thing that I leave you with is never ever complain or victimize yourself. We are today a result of our decisions. So far, your parents would have made decisions for you. Right? Your parents may have decided this school, this college. Right? Today you may be deciding these clothes, these are my friends. Tomorrow you are going to decide, at least you should have the financial independence to decide what you want of your life. This term called financial independence, there is nothing more important that a woman should know than the fact that if she does not have financial independence, she stands a chance to lose everything. Because if she is financially dependent on somebody else, it's very likely that somebody else can dominate her life because they know that so and so is dependent on them. What is financial independence? Can someone tell me? Anybody at the back? What is financial independence? Sorry? Go ahead. You should be able to support your own life, right? That is financial independence. It could be small, it could be big, but you should be able to stand on your own feet. Whatever else you remember of today or not, remember this one thing, that financial independence is the start of any form of true independence. And if we don't have it, tomorrow we could be at somebody else's mercy. And that is why you are in a reputed college like Vidhya Sagar Women's College, and this is a great opportunity to step towards financial independence. So to get there, please remember that you are the result of your own decisions. We all are the result of our own decisions, and we don't get to complain or victimize ourselves. If we are in a situation that we don't like, rather than complaining, we need to act and get out of the situation. And that will be the start of all true changes. So with these 5 things, I'd like to leave you, and whichever one you find the fondest, whether it's hard work or relationships or choosing the right life partner or confidence and clarity or staying away from complaining and victimizing yourself and financial independence, choose whichever one thing you like and start to practice it. I'm happy to connect with you offline if you'd like to chat more about any of these things. Thank you. Thank you once again.
வித்யாசாகர் மகளிர் கல்லூரி, செங்கல்பட்டு.